Right, tonight at 5 o'clock, there are still so many unanswered questions in West Hartford, where a 12-year-old boy is accused of killing his 12-year-old twin sister and stabbing his mother. It is just awful. And last night, that boy was charged with murder. Today, Channel 3's Courtney Zeller sat down with a criminal defense attorney who explains what's next. Courtney.
Well, the attorney we talked to says we won't know what will happen because this is a juvenile case. But once this 12-year-old boy is evaluated, a judge could decide to send him home. Flowers now sit at the entrance of Stoner Drive in West Hartford, where a double stabbing took place Monday afternoon. A 12-year-old boy has been charged with murder. He allegedly stabbed his 12-year-old sister to death. His mother was stabbed but is expected to survive.
I think people lose perspective. They're focused on a punishment.
Many have been wondering what that punishment could be for a 12-year-old boy. The laws were changed for juveniles a few years ago.
They recognize that young people under 14 should be treated differently. In the past, there used to be a punishment component, which the worst case scenario was a placement at a place called Long Lane. Had several different names, but they closed that down.
It was also known as the Connecticut Juvenile Training School in Middletown on the campus of Connecticut Valley Hospital. Attorney Walter Hussey says when you're that young, the system is now focused on rehabilitation.
If you're charged with a crime now and you're under 14, it doesn't matter what the charge is. You're brought to a juvenile court. There's a prosecutor, there's a probation officer, there's a judge, you would have a defense attorney. Depending on the charge, they'll make an evaluation of where they want to place the child.
He says there are a few options on where they can go, but there isn't a juvenile jail.
The child can return to home. The child could be placed somewhere, a facility that's appropriate to maybe help that person, or the child could be detained in the worst case scenario. I think Hartford and Bridgeport, maybe New Haven, the juvenile centers have a detention component.
Hussey says if a juvenile pleads guilty, the maximum time is 30 months. A judge can commit a child to 18 months to whatever option is decided. At the end of that, the judge can extend it 12 more months. But going into the regular court system isn't likely.
Do you think he could be tried as an adult?
No. No, that's not a possibility. And the reason is because I know people are they're curious about what's going to happen to someone, but you got to look at it like this. This is a 12-year-old kid. I mean, that's a child. And so I think what legislature and society in general is recognize that punishing someone that young really doesn't solve any of the issues or problems. And really the goal is rehabilitation.
And we asked police how the mother was doing tonight. As you remember, she is in the hospital. They told us there are no new updates. We, of course, will keep you posted on any new information we get. We're live at the mobile newsroom from West Hartford. Courtney Zeller, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.